Oh yeah, you get pretty tired of going up and down this first part. I think I overdressed. Wore three layers, and it's the 40s. I think it's gonna get warmer. Today we're heading out to actually replace a few caches. We're going to fix a few caches and we're going to remove some and put in some new ones in an area of Knob State Forest. This is what I call the Southside. They have their own parking on that side. We're going to, like I say, put in some new ones. Hoping we get some more interest in this area because it's a really neat area. A lot of people think that they have to climb up and down the hills, which is fun out here, but this particular area, you can kind of stay in the valleys for the most part. Start off with an area that's a little bit hilly, but then you end up staying more or less in the valleys. I'm also going to explore an area that's it's called Knob State Canyon, or is what I call it. On each side of that, there's an area that's kind of a flatter area that has a lot of areas that could be put caches in. So I'm going to explore that area and see if I can't put a few caches in there too. So anyway, I'll get back with you when we get to the trailhead. I'm coming in from a different way. Normally you'd come in from I-65 and get off at the Bernheim exit and find your way from there. I'm coming in off from Boston area. So anyway, this is the time, a great time of the year when it's between Christmas and New Year's. We've had a lot of rain, a lot of warm weather. The day is a little cooler. It's in the 40s, but it should be a good day to hike. Okay, we're coming in here. You can actually look up there and see the bridge that goes over 65. And we go in this way here. Looks like a big tree fell at the entrance here. This area right here, it's the beginning of the Blue Trail, and you see the diamond here. Now this trail isn't maintained as well as some of the other ones, but the hunters keep this one pretty well maintained. There's a few areas where you got to fight toward the end to catch up when you get to the yellow trail. And this is where we're going to start today. Okay, this cache I'm putting out now is one I've been wanting to put out for quite a while. It's I'm calling it Knob State Visitor Center. It's one I've been wanting to put out for a while. It's close to the parking lot here. I'll glance over here just a little bit. I won't show you too much of it, but there it is. And what it does is it has maps in it, has your regular log book, and I'm starting off with the travel bug. But that way it'll give the person coming in here some maps to maybe want to go in and explore some more. Older caches that I'm removing, this used to be called Knob State Southside, and it's seen better days. The container's completely destroyed. It's got its plastic bag shoved in there. So just time to move on, make some new ones in here, and give people a good reason to come up in a beautiful area. Part of this Blue Trail is the roughest part. As it goes over these edges, you see the trail goes down here, it goes back up here, and I just came up over one hill. You go about 4 or 5 of these big hills, not huge, but it definitely wears you out at the beginning of the hike and unfortunately at the end of your hike. But still better than some caches are up on that hill, and if you're hiking up there, you've definitely worked hard to get there. But like I say, this first part's the roughest one. Once you get over a couple of these more humps, it'll head out into a valley, and we'll follow up that valley. You get pretty tired of going up and down this first part. I think I overdressed. I wore 3 layers, and it's in the 40s. I think it's going to get warmer. You might be concerned about hunting in the area. In this area in the wintertime, I always wear some kind of orange just because most of this area in here is supposed to be hunted with bow and arrow. I don't come in here during gun season, which is at 2 weeks, usually in November. You can see this trail here has been marked with the fluorescent tacks going down at that tree too. So people do come in here probably in the early mornings, or they want to find their way out in the late afternoons. So this would be the early morning trying to find our way in here. So we had come up on trail mixes before. We ran up and had a trail, had somebody that was actually in a tree stand within about 5 feet of the trail, just like right up in this area here, and we didn't even know it until we were right underneath of them. So just look out, and there's no cars in the parking lot on this side, but that doesn't mean they come from the north side. But not a whole lot of wildlife in here. All the times I've been in here, I've only seen a little group of deer one time over this ridge right here, back in a little valley. It just doesn't seem like there's a lot. It seems like it's really hunted out. It does back up to Bernheim, so there could be a lot more coming over. So I just haven't seen a lot myself. So just be cautious, wear your orange. Don't come out here during gun season. Okay, for any of y'all that's done any caching here in the past, Jeep Staff has a cache up there on the top of that mountain called the Totem Pole. It's a two-parter. It's pretty neat. Our plan today is we're up here on this ridge. We're going to work our way into this valley, go up through that little gap through there, walk around the back side of that knob there. And the canyon's over here on the right-hand side. We're going to go explore the northern section of the canyon, then come back to the southern part, then come back around the base of this knob. That way we don't have to drop up and down too much altitude. And then we'll exit back out where we're at up here on this ridge and back to the car. So that's the plan. We'll see how it goes. This is an area that I've called Knob State Canyon. It's some of the prettiest lowland area that's in this forest. It's just a big gorge that drops off into this valley. There's big rock outcrops all along the edge. And I have an earth cache down here, right over in here, called Knob State Big Rock. And the edge of the property is right up over the hill here, and I think it comes down and goes over in here. So I'm going to go up and try to work my way up to this edge, come around the corner, and work my way out. Try to put a couple caches over in this area here. So we'll see how that goes, because I got a long ways to try to figure out how to get down through here safely. Well, I'm down here at the bottom of Knob State Canyon, and it's really pretty even this time of the year. Lots of rocks. Right up there is my earth cache, Big Rock. And I got kind of lucky because I came down off this ledge here, and I came down right in through here. Actually wasn't as bad as I thought. It could have been a lot worse. I came up over here. Now I got to figure out how to get back up this side. Looks like I'm going to tack up this way and maybe cut across. Hopefully put a cache in somewhere over here if I had enough room. There we go. There you have it. We've done just about all the big loop we wanted to do. I'm almost down at the car. It's the last little pine forest before you get to the car. I'll loop around here. Been a pretty good trip. It did warm up a little bit. I think it's probably in the mid 50s now. Got a little bit of drizzle. It wasn't too bad. Oh, I think I see the car. Yep, there it is. It's like to see a car at the end of a hike. And let's see what our stats are here. First off, let's look down here. You can see the roller coaster, or as I call it, the Dow Jones Industrial. That was always the fun part. Alright, let's see what our stats are. Trip computer. Okay, it says 3.53. We actually didn't start it until about a quarter mile in, so it's just about a quarter mile shy of 4 miles we did today. Not too bad. Well, that's about it. Hope you get a chance to come out here. Great time to come out here in the snow. Maybe another couple weeks we'll have some snow out here.